Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next answer of agriculture optional answer writing practice series, or you can say next question of agriculture optional answer writing practice series. So we all know that we practice one question daily. So the today's question is, describe in detail about the weed control measures in black gram and sesame. So this question was asked in this year's agriculture optional paper, that is agriculture optional paper of 2024 of UPSC Civil Services Examination. So let's see how can we approach this answer. So first of all, I want to clear one thing here, that most of the students took it as a difficult question. Many students, most of us take it as a difficult question because there is specific crops given here, that is black gram and sesame. So why we take it as a difficult? Because remembering all the important details of all specific crops is kind of impossible. There are hundreds of crops and we have to remember all the specific details of crops. Then it is a very tiresome task. That is why many of us looked in these questions with difficulty, because they did not know about some specific details of black gram and sesame, how to control these measures. But as per my approach, I will put this question in easy one, because I have told you several times how to approach this question. Because the question is not about black gram and sesame. The keyword here is weed control measures. So either it be black gram, either it be sesame. We will do certain common practices which are required in all crops. Either it is cultural practices, mechanical control, or it is mulching, or it is some kind of biological control, or it is chemical control. Every crop will follow the same thing only. It's not like in a black gram we have do not have to do chemical control. In sesame we have to do only mechanical control. So there is no proper definition of weed control measure, okay, in specific crops. Okay, every crops follow the same type of pattern, although there could be some differentiators. I am not telling about that there are no differentiators. There are little bit differentiators, but instead of focusing on those things, there are differentiators, exceptions, but instead of focusing on those things, we should focus on common points which will be on all crops, which will be applicable on all crops. So suppose it is black gram or it is sesame, every crop will have cultural practice, every crop will have mechanical practice, every crop will have some weed. I mean, it is not like that. If we use atrazine, for example, atrazine is a herbicide. Atrazine will kill the weeds of black gram, but it will not kill the weeds of sesame. So it is not possible. If you apply atrazine in black grams field, there will be weed control. If you apply atrazine in sesame's field, there will be weed control. So instead of focusing so much on crop specific details, we should focus on the keyword here, that is weed control measures. So these are the common measures which are applicable to all the crops. So that is how you have to approach this answer, and I hope you now understand how to approach these types of answers, and you will now regard this question in easy ones, or you can keep it in moderate ones, because it is UPSC, nothing is easy here. So let's see the weed control measures. We all know that what weeds are. Okay, so that those things you can write in introduction, how they reduce the yield, and they could be very potential yield losing factor in black gram or sesame. All these things can be written in introduction. If you have certain data that weed takes about 20% of yield of black gram or 30% of yield of sesame, you can write those data if you have perfect source. But if you do not have certain kind of data, you can simply write about weeds, how they are affecting the yield. All these things will be quite good in introduction. Okay, now let's move to the body, that is the most important thing, that is measures. So how we will control the weed? So methods to control weed. So first one is cultural practices. So in cultural practices, what we can do? Crop rotations. So what is crop rotations? That is, we will keep rotating black gram with other crops. Suppose it is the season of black gram now. So we have planted black gram. Next season, we will plant other crops that is not susceptible to the weeds present in black gram and which compete positively with the weeds present in black gram. So what happened? When we change the crops, the weeds are not able to stabilize themselves properly. Suppose this crop, certain crop, it is B. I'm just giving example. You can add examples here also. So this B is is able to positively compete with the weeds present in black grams field and positively suppress it. So like this crop rotation could be very helpful. We can do intercropping. So intercropping has several advantages also, because in intercropping the space which was left is now planted with other crops, the weeds will get less space to grow. Okay, so intercropping especially with other legumes could be very helpful here. We can do we have to follow optimal planting time. That is, instead of planting in the time where weed is at highest density, or when weed is not, when the crop is not able to compete with weeds, we have to change the time. Instead we should plant the crops a bit earlier than the weeds growing season, or a bit later than weeds growing season. So that could be benefit, because the plant will able to compete with the weeds. Okay, suppose this is the field, I'm just giving a common clarity, and we have, there is no weed, there is no little bit of less weeds, or the growing season of weeds are not active now, right now. So what we will do, we plant crops. So plant will, our crop will grow. So what will happen, when the active season of weeds will come, our plant will be at an added advantage in competition, because they have already grown. So that is why requiring an optimal planting time is very important. So these are cultural practices. And now you can see what is the difference here. Both the things can be used in both black grams and sesame, all those things. Crop rotations can be used in black grams also, sesame, also intercropping can be used in both crops, optimal planting time can be used in both crops. These are the common points which you should know, instead of focusing so much on exceptions and differentiators, and you can be easily giving it, writing a good answer for this question. Now we can do mechanical control such as tillage. So as tillage will do, it will bury weed shoots, reduce their emergence, they will destroy the remaining weeds. So that can be done. We can do hand weeding. So what is hand weeding? It is the manual removal of weeds, especially in small fields and other things. For small and marginal farmers, it is a good practice. They do regular hand weedings and remove the weeds. IN. So that can be mechanical control. Then we have various, although mulching can be kept in cultural control, but nowadays it is so much highly focused, that is why I have kept it different. So in mulching, what happens, this is, suppose this is the crop, so what we know, we will put the mulch there. So what happens, the mulch, due to mulch could be a plastic mulch, paper mulch, straw mulch, anything could be mulch. So what happens, the mulch, in the mulch we have given space for the plants to grow, but the side spaces are covered by certain mulching, certain mulches. So what happens, there is no space for the weeds to grow, because the soil is covered by the mulches. So it is very helpful. So here we can use organic mulch, as I have discussed. Organic mulch could be some straw or other things. Okay, or we can use inorganic, or you can say artificial mulches such as plastic mulch, paper mulch. All these things could be used. So mulching has a great role in two things: in soil moisture conservation and weed control. So in these, whenever the questions is asked about soil moisture control or weed control, mulching should be written. It is very important. Next, we can do chemical control. Obviously, we can use certain chemicals, and these chemicals are known as herbicides. So we can be using certain selective herbicides as per the demand. Okay, so either you could uh, write different types of herbicides here, such as pre-emergent herbicides, post-emergent herbicides. So there are various types of herbicides which you should remember, and this is your homework. You have to comment about two examples of pre-emergent herbicide and two examples of post-emergent herbicide. This is your duty to comment. So what will it will help? It will make you remember things. And some common herbicides which can be used here is such as atrazine, atrazine, pendimethalin. And it is not like atrazine will control in black gram only, it will not control in sesame, or pendimethalin will control in black gram only, not in sesame. Okay, but we should always keep in mind, whenever we are using chemical control methods, it should be not solely dependent on chemical control methods. We have to integrate our approaches. Okay, integrated weed management is the key here. So instead of wholly focus in chemical control, we have to integrate it with other control methods such as cultural practices, mechanical control, chemical control. We can also do biological control. So in biological control, what are the things we can do? We can use some natural predators. We can use cover crops. Cover crops, its name is only to cover the remaining areas of soil. Simply you can remember it. Okay, it is not a proper definition, but for remembering, it will cover the additional area, left area of the soil, and that will reduce the weed growth. Okay, natural predators can be used. We have to do proper monitoring and management. Especially we have to do check for threshold levels. So what happens? Threshold levels are levels at which there is a break-even point, because if the weed population or the herb population is over the threshold level, then it will damage the crops now. So we have to check for threshold levels, and we will see when the crops when the weeds are reaching at the threshold level, we will start different control measures. To monitoring those threshold levels is very important, and obviously we have to do regular monitoring. We have to regularly check for the growth of weeds and other things so that we can properly control them. So these are some of the common methods through which we can control weeds in any crops, either it be black gram, either it be sesame, either it be anything. So you should keep these things in mind, and that is why this question was an easy one, because the keyword was here weed control, not black gram or sesame. So I hope you understand this, and I think now you will be able to approach this answer very nicely, and you should conclude it, and that is on you how you conclude. And especially I will give you ideas to conclude positively, especially in this case you should write conclusion about integrated weed management. That is how we should combine these all practices and control the weeds. It could be environmental friendly also, and there could be proper control on weeds. So you can add these at conclusion, and I think that is all for today. I hope you understand how to approach these types of questions. So if you like it, please press the like button, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.